guys, I have arrived at our well, our camping grounds. Here, I'll show you guys real quick. There you go. D59. As you can see, we got a table, and then we have a fire pit. Oh, I actually have some wood here. That's good. And then we have a quick view of the mountain. Wow, that is cool. Look at that. I should face my my tent looking there. Here's the car, by the way. Now, this is a really good spot. It's actually close to the washroom too. That's the washroom right there. So, and there's like nothing here. There's a camp here, but nothing there, so I can just cut through there. I don't have to like go around. But yeah, that's the campground here in Tunnelmountain Village, number 1. It's actually 3. 2 and 3 are for RVs. But yeah. Anyways, let's set up our tent, because yeah, there's still a little bit of light. We should be able to do it. Alright, here it is in all its glory. I had to use like a different peg, because the one that came with it were so shit that it wouldn't like, look at this. See that? It won't even go into the ground because of how flimsy it is. But those ones, ooh, surprisingly, the ground is so hard. That's why it was very hard to put the peg in. But hey, we did it. Good job. Now we just have to cook our food, and then we're ready for the night. And it took a while, but I got it running. Look at that. Now we're gonna make some charcoals. Just waiting for the wood to fully burn out. Look at that. And this is our setup, guys. That's the tent, that's the car. It looks janky as fuck, but because I was not able to get look at this, it's very flimsy, So it's very important to get like a really thick rope so that your tarpaulin will go up. But the one I have is not really strong, as you can see, from dollar store. So I don't know, maybe it'll hold up, maybe it will not. And also I forgot to bring you see these holes right here? Yeah, there's supposed to be a pole coming out, and I forgot to bring them. That's why I have to use my chair. And if there's a strong wind, I have to like hold it down. Oh my goodness. Whatever, it works for now, but later at night when I'm sleeping, I'm gonna remove everything. So it's a lot of work, but it is what it is. Anyways, I'm gonna get ready to eat. Oh my goodness, my fire's so big. Look at that. Whew. Camping ain't complete without fire, bro. Fire good. Alright. Well, this is one of my the things I'm gonna put on this thing right here. Damn. 2, 3. Alright, we have this thing assorted. I got this thing. Alright, hey guys. You can barely see me. Wow, it is like 9 o'clock, 9:15. Anyways, here's the food. I'm already cooking some of it, as you can see. It does look full, but it's mostly water. So since the meat and the other stuff, when you boil them, you know, they become bigger and then they float up on the surface. So half of this pot is basically just water. So, and of course we got some soda, and I didn't have rice. I was gonna cook rice, but it's raining and it's way too annoying to, you know, set it up and everything, and I only have like one pan. So maybe I'll cook rice tomorrow. For now, lettuce is the carb here. But yeah, it's basically the dinner for tonight. Yeah. Right, time to eat. Let's see. Let's grab one of these meats. Come on. Should have brought some chopsticks. Usually if you eat hot pot, it definitely needs to be with chopsticks, bro. But anyways, this works. Ooh, look at that. That's a bite right there. Oh yeah? Wow. My goodness, guys. So I turned off the fire now. As you can see, I disconnected it. I have been eating for the last 40 minutes. I severely underestimated how as you can see. Oh my goodness, you can even see me. Hold on. There we go. Guess it's like a mukbang now. And I severely underestimated how much I can eat. I mean, I think I can finish this. Ooh, looks like a fly moth. Yeah, I think I can finish this. The problem is it's cold, man. Too cold. Okay. Also have to take a bath too. Bro, what's going on? Go away. Anyways, I'll spend more, maybe 10 minutes more, just trying to finish what I can, and then that's it. Peace out. So we're camping over here, guys. I don't know, it looks like a kitchen, but I am camping. There's my campfire. We're just starting it. And look who showed up. Look at that. There's two of them actually. There's the other one. Literally beside my campground. Hopefully they don't get too close. Whoa. Man, that's majestic right there. Uh-oh. Don't get too close, bruh. It's alright. They eat grass, so I think we're pretty safe. So are these like reindeers or deer? Bro, he's so close. Look, this is my campfire. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I don't know where they're going. Wow. That is a majestic creature right there. There's the other campsite right there, close to me. Alright. Bye, deer or reindeer or whatever you are. I'm gonna go back to eating. So we're eating good today, boys and girls. Right there. Food is cooking. Food is cooking now. Let's see, I'll show you real quick right here. There you go. That's meat. We have beef and then pork, and it's already sliced. You can get this, it's a hot pot meat basically. You can get this in TNT. We have corn, already have some corn in here, so you can see it's already boiling. Very good. Just waiting for the lettuce to soften a bit, then we can start eating. Still have one roll of lettuce here, good for the hot pot. Of course, we have hoisin sauce. I like to mix that with this one. Chili oil. I forgot to buy sesame paste. Those are the three best things to mix, by the way. But that's for people who love spicy, basically. If you don't like spicy, then you probably won't, like this. I do have sunflower oil. It's a no-name, so it's very cheap. But so far I haven't really used it. I was thinking of like making maybe fried rice or something, because I do have a lot of leftover. Those are like the assorted fish balls and lobster balls that also go inside the pot. I can definitely use that, with a stir-fried rice or whatever, and maybe use this one as well. Anyways, that's it. Oh yeah, we do have Fanta. Hey, can't have camping without a Fanta. People are starting to leave. I think my neighbor's also leaving. My neighbor over there, they already left. There's like, that's right there. That's another campsite, and they already left. As for the equipment, we do have the Outbound. It's got 2 burners. We've been only using this one, and this is actually from the last camping we have, and it is still going strong, as you can see. And with hot pot, you don't really want to put it in high heat, as you can see. Just leave it in low heat and cover the lid, and 5 minutes later you have a really good hot pot soup. There we go. Oh, sorry. There we go. I know it looks like a lot, but it is not. I'll show you why it looks like it's a lot. It's because of these things right there. So that's actually my favorite part of the hot pot. I can literally go hot pot without meat as long as there's corn. But here you go. Just grab one meat, put it there, maybe one pork. There you go. And then one more beef. Two more, whatever. Put it on top. And I'll just cover the lid for another 2 minutes. And then we should be good. So there you go. That's the breakfast of the elite. That's right. I know in Bali I have the breakfast of the champions, which is like noodles. But this is the breakfast of the elite, guys. But yeah, it's pretty quiet. After eating this, I'm just gonna read the book in front of the campfire. I'll show you. So right here. Now I position these wood around it so that the water inside it is gonna evaporate, because last night it did rain a lot and these wood are kind of wet. I have a couple of them going right now. Maybe I'll add one more, but I do have a bunch more here. And of course this is the original one I have, original pile I have, I mean, that I haven't really used from last night, since we were covered by this nice tarpaulin I got from very cheap tarpaulin. It was like $9. It's covered the whole thing and half of my tent. You'll probably notice I moved the tent so that the opening of my tent is covered, so that when I come out, you know, I don't get you know, rained on. Because last night when I was going out, I was trying to go to the washroom right there. Man, the rain would just like go inside the moment you open the flaps there. So also the slippers, I leave it outside so it does get wet. But now that I'm under, you know, under the tarpaulin, I'll probably leave my slippers on this side, and then we're good. Anyways, this is the surrounding. I don't think I showed you guys that, but it is very nice. I used to have a neighbor there in front. They already left. Yeah, I think I'm the only one who's using a janky ass tarpaulin, as you can see. Everyone else either has an RV, or like, you know, those boys over there, they got like a tent. Yeah, everyone's just using a tent. No one's really using a tarpaulin. But hey, I like to be covered. I don't want to eat while getting rained on. There you go. And this spot that I have right now is very nice, because if you go just right here, there's a trail, and the trail actually leads to the other sites. And if you continue walking, you'll actually reach the mountain. I'm not sure what mountain that is, but unfortunately you can kind of see it right there. It is covered, so maybe later, if the sun comes out, I mean, look at that, the sky's kind of peeking through, so maybe I'll come out and then I'll show you guys the view, which is just amazing. So anyways, let's go eat. Ooh. Man, look at that. Jeez. I have a hot pot ladle here. All you have to do is grab it with the ladle. I know I'm using the Tupperware cover as a plate. The reason for that is because I have paper plates, and paper plates and hot pot don't really go well together, so that was kind of a screw up on my end. But so far, so good. I'm just grabbing the meat right now, you know. Boom. I'm gonna eat it without any sauce. I'm gonna try it without sauce first. No, that is good. If you guys are wondering what flavor my my hot pot is, it's just hot pot broth by Happy Lamb, and you can buy it in TNT. The best part about like just hot pot broth, I think it's a pork broth, is that if you want spicy. Whoa, we have a visitor. Shh, shh, shh. Okay, it was a bird. If you want spicy, you can add more spice. If you don't like spicy, then you can leave it as is. You know, at least you have a choice compared to if you eat like, you know, just spicy soup. Maybe it's too spicy for you. Then you know, this one you can adjust. You can add more chili. With my hot pot though, I added 2 star anise, um, 2 bay leaves, a whole bunch of like chopped scallions, and yeah, and then the broth. That's basically it. So see, everyone's leaving because it's I think it's after the weekend already. So me, I got the whole week. So yeah, I think everyone's look at that. Everyone's already packing. So I'm gonna be left with basically no neighbors. Yeah, actually all the sites are packing. Okay, to be fair, it's still morning, so people are supposed to check out at 11. I think it's like 9 something. So they're gonna be checking out, and then the check-in is at 2 p.m. So there's probably gonna be people that are coming in, you know, aside from me. I don't really mind. I mean, I'm only here because, you know, I wanna enjoy the nature. I don't know if you can hear the birds, from the sound of my hot pot boiling. Um, at night there were like I think coyotes. They sound like crying babies. Yeah, there were like a bunch of them. Oh, yo, bro, there is a coyote. Hold on. Right there, right there. Oh man, you can only see the ears. Oh man. Oh, and our friends are still here. Look. Yeah. Bro, our friends are still there. I think that's a female and a male, so yeah. Alright, well anyways, back to the... This is still burning. This bird has been eyeing my food since earlier. Okay, okay, you take whatever. I think the birds, if that bird can smell the hot pot, then I guess all animals can. So I'm gonna quickly finish this, and then I'm just gonna watch some YouTube or maybe Netflix. So, and that's the best part about this campsite actually. Sure, you don't have electricity, but if you have like a phone, then you're good because there is signal here. Also in the washrooms, I know I said there's no electricity. It's just there's no electricity in sites, but there are electrical outlets on the washroom. So people would, because you know it's Canada, there's still a semblance of the truss system here. So people, when they go take a bath in the washroom, they plug in their phones, they plug in their chargers or battery packs, and then you know, they take a bath, and then when they come out, it's good to go. Wow. I mean, I love hot pot. There's just something about cooking your food in a boiling soup. I don't know. It's just so good, man. Anyways, I've been yapping for quite a while, so like I said, I'm gonna continue eating because I don't want all the animals to come here. Hot pot is very aromatic. There's one of the reasons why you don't really bring, if you go backcountry camping, you don't bring food that attracts animals. So you can kind of see the mountain, right? Hold on, maybe this is a good a better spot over here. So that's the campground I have right there. That's the car, and then look at that. Sheesh. This is why I chose this spot. It just looks amazing. Look at that. Literally, you go out of your tent and you get a view of this. Man, still waiting for the clouds to, like, you know, kind of go away, but it's gonna look way better later. Here it is, guys. Oh, yeah, I was just sitting down enjoying the warmth of my campfire, but I did notice that right there, told you I'd show you guys. Hold on, let me see if I can walk a little bit. I walked on this trail earlier. It is pretty cool that you are literally within walking distance from the forest. You know, that's my campsite. Here's the trail, and that, my friends, is a mountain. There's still like the half of it covered by clouds, but the cloud is like moving this way. So, well, it's kind of moving that way. That's why it's getting trapped on the mountains. But yeah, pretty cool. Cool looking location. The only downside is these big, you know, like electric poles. Also, if you get close enough, you can hear the electricity going through it. But yeah, aside from that, it's a pretty good sight. I mean, look at that. Sheesh. Well, as you can probably hear it right there, I'm under the tarpaulin, and it's raining again. It's been on and off. It's like a little bit of rain, like shower, and then suddenly there's like downpour, like right now. It's just the camping experience, I guess. At least late. I wouldn't even call this late. Well, nearing the late camping season. So early camping season would be June, July, August, July, middle of July to August would be like the middle. September, October would be, you know. So, well, so far, my tarpaulin has been holding on. Oh yeah, I want to show you guys how janky my setup is. Look at that. So, I have good thing I brought another chair, because the throne chair that I have, I call it the throne chair because it literally transforms into like a chair that looks like a throne. I'm using it to add a height to the tarpaulin, because as I was saying earlier, or maybe last night, I don't quite remember, the importance of using thick ropes to prop up your tarpaulin. If you use the ones like I did, I used the ones from dollar store. Yeah, it's not really holding out pretty well. Not only that, like the tension loosens after like a few hours, so your tarpaulin would sag. So halfway through the night, I was like watching, you know, since there is signal here, I was watching on Netflix. What was it? 2012, I think. Yeah, that was 2012. Pretty good movie. I read it like solid 8 out of 10. So it was raining a little bit, and the build up of the droplets on the tarpaulin, as you can see right there. You see the like the circles, right? Those are water droplets, and they do build up. So that's why, as you can see over here, I had to redo the whole thing. I had to angle the tarpaulin so that it wouldn't build up water. Otherwise, it would sag, and the extra weight literally stretched the flimsy rope that I have from from dollar store, and that's why I have this thing. I used I used my chair, the throne chair, to like add height. So now my tarpaulin goes like this way. The water would, the rainwater would drop from the tarpaulin on one side, and then it would like slide down here. So, so I'm pretty safe. Yeah. As you can see, my tent, me and my tent back here. Good angle, as you can see. Only half of it is outside, and half of it is inside, so I can actually, I can actually open the tent flaps, and I won't be, I won't be wet. My slippers are dry, so it's pretty good. Well, it's pretty chill. It just sucks that I can't enjoy my campfire because of the constant rain. So, and if you're wondering, why don't you just move the tarpaulin so it covers you there? That's a bad idea because tarpaulin is made of plastic, and the embers would literally burn through that in like not even a second. Let me show you guys an example. Where is it? Right here. You see that? That's right. An ember flew in the air and then literally dropped into my cotton pants, and it literally burned a hole there for like not even a second. So yeah. Today is my last day here in this awesome Tunnelmountain village. It is raining. Not a whole lot of rain, like pouring, but it's a lot of small droplets. So I'm actually very wet right now. You see that? Yeah. So, anyways, you can see back there, right there, tent's gone. The tarpaulin is gone too. And yeah, we're just gonna go now. Yeah, everything's in the car now. All right, well, hopefully you guys like the quick camping trip here. Last of the just before the season ends. So, anyways, gonna go back and rest, and then I'll probably edit some more videos. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.